All right. Obviously, a tough loss. Dug ourselves too big of a hole, in the first half and in the early third quarter. Um, you know, it was a team thing. You can look at got to get a stop or two, but we also got to match some scores early in the game. And we hurt ourselves with some penalties, field position. We weighed heavily, I think, for the most part, in their favor, and both sides of the ball have a role to play with that as well as special teams. So I feel like the ownership of what happened tonight is certainly felt in the locker room, and it's across the board. And I guess there's a team that's hurting in there because they expect to win. I really believe that they came out at halftime with a genuine belief that we can go win the football game. It isn't just something that's fake. I really felt that, and you saw us believe that till the very end. And so didn't go our way. We got to be better in so many things, but the guys are going to fight. And if there's anything you learned about our team tonight, I think that's that. Questions?
I know you played a good football team, but were you disappointed at all? Things kind of got a little sloppy in tackling and penalties and kind of basic stuff.
Yeah, the penalty thing is where I think you start, right? Because those are things that you control, right? The foolish penalties, whether it be an unsportsmanlike. Fortunately, we overcame one at the end, but it takes more time to score, right? And we needed more time at the end of the game. But we got to be better in the penalty area, and those add up. We converted some first downs, on some third and shorts, if I remember right, and a holding pushes you back. It's not necessarily a foolish penalty, mental mistake, but it's just something we got to be better. We really haven't had those things pop up much at any at all throughout the year so far. So tackling wise, that's what they do. They put you in tough spots one-on-one. Their scheme does very similar things to what we do with our scheme. You get out in space, and you got to tackle some of their best players. Charbonnet's out there catching balls in space and in one-on-one. You got to find a way to get him down. DTR, when you go after him and get him down and try to lock up the receivers one-on-one. And we saw what happened there. They got some big targets and some guys that created space and were tough to tackle one-on-one there too. So they got a good football team. You got to give them credit as well. And we know no one's going to overlook us. I think that's the thing that our guys now realize is that, we're a team that people are going to get up to play. And, not that we went into the game thinking otherwise, but we got emotionally and physically be ready to play. And the guys fought. I thought emotionally they stayed in it the entire game. I saw the sideline up and down, and it was positive. It was a fighter's mentality, and we were going to go down swinging.
Given the way that the offense started to move the ball again towards the end of the fourth quarter, was the sense sort of that, the team ran out of time, that there had been another drive there and had been tied up?
I mean, yeah, I get that. That's a way you can look at it. I thought the second half, for the most part, we ended up putting drives together. It took a lot longer than I think what we were used to. We had to stack plays on top of plays. Their defense did a great job of making us earn it. They just weren't going to give you the balls down the field and challenge us to run the football. And as time went on, we pieced drives together. But when you have to stack plays, a holding happens somewhere in there, or a negative play. And again, they made us earn it today. We have answers to that I think we, as the game went on, showed that we have. And guys made plays, and then we got those one-on-ones and found our way in the end zone. But yeah, I get it. The clock did run out us in some way as well.
You flip-flopped
Yeah, I mean, it's just, we don't do those things. Those are things that that safety just is something that hasn't really happened to us. I mean, we had a turnover and a couple of turnovers tonight. We had a turnover earlier in the year, but we just haven't made those big mistakes like that. And so I don't think, based on the resiliency that I thought we showed, I don't think that was anything that just made the difference in the game. But it certainly wasn't something that helped us and put us behind the eight ball early on.
You flip-flopped
on Jackson moving inside and Troy moving outside. Is that something you expect to continue?
Yeah, we'll evaluate the film. We just feel like Jackson can be a great guard, and I think you see how powerful he is, and we'll get a chance to watch the film, and he was a great guard at one point, on the other side earlier in his career. And we have the luxury with Troy, to be able to play wherever we feel Jackson is just going to give us that extra bit. And knowing what we were going to face tonight, we thought that was pretty good with the matchups inside, to move Jackson inside there. And we'll take a look at the film and we'll continue to evaluate. Jackson's a great player, Troy's a great player, and those are really the two that it involves.
Kalen, you ended the game with a redshirt freshman and a true freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
You got to give those guys experience really quick, or
Yeah. I mean,
there's two freshmen in the corner.
Yeah, and it hurt us. I mean, right, there's some double moves and some things that they did, to our secondary, and there's no way we're going to put it on them because there was other things that happened throughout the course of the game too. But certainly those guys are, thrown out there, and they had some tough matchups against some a quarterback that can sling it, and some receivers that can make some plays.
Michael had been sacked 4 games. Did you figure that UCLA would be a little bigger challenge to keep them off it?
Yeah, there was no question. Latu starting with him and just what he can do, and they push the pocket so well, and they mix things up. I just feel like they're more sound defensively than they have been that I've seen over the years, and they play good team defense. And when the quarterback has to hold on to the ball a little bit longer, and that pass rush is starting to get in his face, I think there was a time or two he felt it. But I thought as the game went on, it was great to see him respond, and build that confidence. I thought he and Grubb and the offensive line just continued to build, and we got the one sack towards the end, or another sack towards the end. But that's going to happen when they know that it's a passing situation. They can pin their ears back.
You mentioned that this is a tough locker room. This is their first loss, first time trailing. What's the message? What's been the message in the locker room for these guys as we continue tonight?
Yeah, I mean, the message tonight was all, I wanted to get a feel of what it was like in there. And I feel like we're a team that expects to win. And we're a team that puts in the work to be able to expect to win. And so it's going to hurt. I felt like there was a lot of guys hurting, and there was a lot of guys owning up to already, what their response was going to be to the mistakes that they made. And so there's nothing about losing today that makes you feel good. But I know the quality of character that our team has based on the response that we had, whether it be at halftime or at the end of the game.